It is 7 o'clock. It's time to talk some tractors. Woo. My favorite time of the day. I got some stuff to go through here. So, anyway, I'll go through a couple new things that I picked up. Those are others I don't need to. For the display. And, I don't know, just maybe some projects as well. So, okay. Anyway, what's up, guys? So, I'm just gonna, let's see, I'll probably get these packages open here at some point tonight. So, I thought the display could use a little mail truck. That's the type of mail truck we see everywhere around here all the time. So, and then, of course, unless it's a rural carrier, which I'm going to work on a little pickup truck for some rural carrier action. So, that'll be for that. But anyway, I thought it might be kind of fun to see the little mail van make its way around the display at some point. Maybe more over on Dogtown Ag versus regular old Dogtown. And I was thinking I had scissors around here, but I guess I don't, so maybe that stays in the package tonight. Anyway, working on getting the computer set up, so, bear with me, you know how that goes. It's always, I don't know, I always like a marvel of those professional people. Of course, they always have people, kind of helping them, too, which helps a bunch. Versus, me and my wife, who run a ragtag operation, but we get it done over here.
Ragtag? Take offense to that.
All right. Looks like I might have the chat up. What's up, everybody? All right. Except the chat up. What's up, everybody? Except for the volume's on. Except for the. I don't know. Okay. There we go. All right, guys. I think we got the.
It's only for 2 seconds.
Got figured out now. Woo! So, yeah. Sorry about that, guys. We have storms right now. That's no good, Jax. No good. It is hot and weird out. I think weird is the best way I would put it. It's kind of overcast and not everything is real orange outside right now. And I can tell because I'm just kind of looking out the window here above my display. So it's odd. What do you use for shop floor? So you've got a couple options there. You've got several options there. Option one, probably your easiest option, is you can just paint the foam board that you use for your base. Super easy to do. And just paint it gray. There's all kinds of concrete colors or, whatever color you're particularly looking for there. Feel free to use that. I would use a kind of a gray or a lightish gray. And then if you want to put expansion joints in that, you can kind of draw those in with a pen, pencil, something along those lines. You can maybe experiment a little bit before you do that for sure. But hey, what's up, Chris? How are you today? And then, okay, option two is unloaded 5 straw wagons. Whoa, that's work. That's some work. Those days are done for me, thankfully. I hope. Anyway, option two for a shop floor is you could use a piece of styrene and paint it, which is what the deal is with the Dogtown shop, just FYI. So, and then option three, if you really want to get involved, is you can get the road material from Woodland Scenics, and you can actually pour your shop floor like you would pour a road. And that's an option. If you do that, you can kind of sculpt your expansion joints into it. You can also inlay grading for drains and things like that to kind of look just a little bit more realistic, but that is way more involved. But anyway, those are the kind of the 3 ways you could do that. Oh, you went to the Plaza Antique Mall. Yeah, that's good stuff, right? Is this an unboxing video? Kind of. Yeah. I guess it looks that way. How are you doing, Jay? So
Show and tell.
So we've got some wifey painted up some tile plows I got from you, but I don't know if they're dry enough to handle yet or not. So anyway, of course there'll be some big green tractors that those go on, and I don't mean John Deere, but you guys already knew that. How was the weekend? Good, busy. I mean, you guys know we were at a show. We were at Metropolis. Great time. Got to see a lot of our friends. Got to see Rusty Colt down there. We got to see the Winders brothers. They came in. They stopped by. Got to talk to them for a while. I'll do a video on the Metropolis show later where I'll kind of shout out everybody. But yeah, we had a great time at the show. Met a lot of new people. That was fun. Everybody was so nice down there. That was really, really great. All right, so here is the other pickup over the weekend. A UPS truck, because, well, you got to have one of those too, right? To go with your mail truck. Sorry, I'm making a ton of noise here. But anyway, it was fun. Like I said, we had a great time at the show. It's a good show. Small show. I don't know, what, 10, 11 vendors, maybe something like that, if that many. But a lot of toys. I mean, that place was packed with toys. Really, really, really good variety. I was kind of impressed by that. So that was cool. Chris says he uses gray craft paint at Walmart with a foam brush. Yeah, that's a great addition there. Foam brush. Kind of the key to getting that to look good. So yeah, awesome. Thanks for sharing that, Chris, because yeah. Bristle brush, not a bristle brush, a regular brush, with hairs or whatever, that will leave lines all day long. What do I use for grass? I use static grass from Woodland Scenics. Kyle, you have an idea. Interested? Does it come with a package that punts or a driver that punts your packages to the front door? Probably. Probably. It should, right? Oh, that's for sure. Our UPS guy's great here, but I know him personally, and he's also a toy guy, which matters. So, anyway, I thought that was, that's important that you have a toy guy delivering your toys, because then they don't, punt your toys typically. So. Use styrene, ran an X-Acto knife along a metal straight edge to create the expansion joints. Awesome. Yeah, that's an awesome tip there, Chris. Yeah, that's okay. And you have one of the coolest shops out there, so yeah, that listening to you would be a wise decision there. Would you sell any old Ford four-wheel drives? I will have some old Ford four-wheel drives up on the website soon, hopefully before the weekend. We've been updating the website. If you've been over there, you'll see. So anyway, hopefully, yes, there will be at least a couple old Fords in that batch. So I thought this was cool. I wish I'd have came up with this idea first. I didn't. I got some 2x4s. So obviously they're just 3D printed. Now, of course, you could use balsa wood or basswood for this. But to get 2x4 size, you'd have to strip that down quite a bit. So somebody 3D printed those. Now, I think we got to paint them for sure. They look good, but they look 3D printed. And we can solve that. Oh, Colton Farms. I'll definitely check out the GC1710 video for sure. Massey boys got to stick together there, right? You bet. So I got these. These are boxes. Also going to have to paint these, obviously. I'm not sure of the color just yet. I think I'd like to do, obviously the palette will be, palette color. I think I'll do one with white boxes, and I don't know about the other one just yet. Same thing. I got a third one. And a few of these are for some custom truck projects to fit in the beds of trucks and things like that, but we'll see how it turns out. All right, any good tractors for sale? Always. Plenty more tractors coming. Hope to add several to the website here this week. We'll see though. that's the plan anyway, if all goes as planned. Although I gotta say, this week is getting by me already. It's Tuesday. I've been swamped already all week. It's not gonna get any better from the looks of things. What are you doing? Okay. So also in the I wish I'd have thought of this category, Cinder Blocks. Holy crap! What farm doesn't have a ton of Cinder Blocks? So I picked those up at the show too. Such a great idea. Any garden tractors for sale? No, can't say I got any garden tractors. Jax, we do not have any trees right now, to be honest with you. So if we ever get some more, we can probably work out a trade for sure. But yeah, we don't have any right now. And we're going to have to get some, because obviously I need about $1 million for this display still. But we'll get to them eventually. What number tractor is that with a John Deere loader? That's a 4020. There's one on every farm. So I bought some pull-in tires. Never made a pull-in tractor before. Gonna make myself a pull-in tractor. Stay tuned. Stay tuned for what that's gonna be. Working on a farm toy display. That's awesome to hear. Always love to see that. So it's love to see people doing that. Ooh, this chat is hopping. Have you seen the S770? What? The E7? Yeah, I actually just saw a picture of it in chat earlier. I guess somebody posted it up. It looks good. The old Bobcat there. Oh, am I going to Barbecue Fest in Hannibal this weekend?
We would. I want to see Travis Tritt, but...
My wife is slightly not happy that we aren't going to Barbecue Fest in Hannibal this weekend. Because I guarantee you we would be if we were going to be available to, but we will not, unfortunately. Alright, so here is another thing I bought. Step ladders. Of course, like, we've got to have ladders around the farm. How else are you going to fall and, like, break your wrist? Jay. I'll be honest, I can name one song of his. And off the top of my head, I can't even think of what that one is. Something about Penny. I'd call someone who cares. Here's something, call somebody who cares. I don't know.
We're just going to ban Taylor. Taylor just stirs stiff. I think Taylor's goal is just to get me riled up. Okay, so I got more Cinder Blocks. I'm just gonna, like, we're not gonna open up the 1,000 things of Cinder Blocks I bought. Just put those off to the side. And then I bought a big multi-pack of lumber. You know, I just need lumber around the barn, the farm, and all that stuff. So I don't know about your guys' place, but ours always has some boards sitting around somewhere. It's just how we roll. So... climbed on a matter of 1,000,000 times to get to the loft today. Didn't fall off once though, huh? Yeah. You're a better ladder climber than I am. When I was younger, I was good at it. It's just, you know, at my advanced age, it's getting trickier. We do manage to fall all over without one. What's up, Bean? Going great. So, Bean whipped me up an 8-row John Deere plow this week. Super excited to get that printed. That's going to be so awesome. Yes, yeah. So, yeah. Now, of course, scale lumber is not bad, but if you were to size this out to real lumber, I would be richer than Bill Gates if I owned this. That's how much lumber is right now. So, yeah, so as far as scale lumber goes, I'm probably the richest man in the scale farm toy world, just based on my lumber stockpile right now. Oh, gravel pile, great idea. Definitely will have a gravel pile somewhere. I like that. Where is the question? Oh, back by the yeah. Oh yeah. But got the perfect place for it. That's an awesome idea. I'm excited too, Bean. I think it's going to be awesome.
Did you pick any of those up?
Oh, burn barrels.
Yeah, definitely need some of those. I thought you had some already, but maybe not.
We'll have to look. Yeah, we may have designed a burn barrel. Good question. I knew you still had it, Kyle. Just whenever you're sending something this way, no big deal. It's a great day to be alive. The only song I know. Oh, okay, gotcha. All right. Hello from Australia. How is the future? Oh yeah, we definitely had a burn pile around. Old Thresher's Farm Show. Unfortunately, I am not. We got asked that about 4 times this weekend. I wish we could go. Yeah, I'll have a metal scrap pile for sure. I've been sort of collecting some parts of tractors and things specifically for that. Once I get to that point. John Deere 7050 with LSWs. Interesting idea. Pretty cold here today. Okay, yeah. Well, it's winter time down there, I guess. I actually set a pile of sticks on fire in the sandbox once. Any videos on the 1720 this summer or fall? Yeah, I'll definitely do some Massey action. I was going to look and see if this back end opened. It opens on the other one. Surely it opens on this one. It feels like it would. Oh, it does. Look at that. Green lights. Knocking it out. Maybe I need to deck out one of these with boxes and stuff. That'd be kind of cool. Make it more realistic. Nobody steal that idea until I get it done. But that would be pretty sweet to load that thing up. I actually have quite a few hay bales that will end up on the display once we get to that part of the display. Once we kind of get, I don't know, the main everything laid down. I mean, we're close, especially on this part of the display I keep showing you guys. We're close to the detailing out portion of things. Yes, this is where the mail goes to die, the mail van. Okay, notice that the water look normal. Must not. Oh, man. There's nothing wrong with IH. Where do you find farm toys besides dealerships and online? Toy shows. Now, here's the trick. You got to find the toy shows. Where do you live at? Maybe I can help you with that. Yeah, I think we're going to put a couple small farm toys on the display. You guys just have to kind of wait and see what that looks like. North Carolina. Oh, man. That doesn't help me out with helping you find farm toys.
Not our neck of the woods.
I'm going to guess they're fairly sparse out there, unfortunately. Pretty sure. Did Taylor's wife kick him off there? No shows in Ontario. Yeah, I bet not, unfortunately. I don't know, there's too many shows. I mean, there's got to be shows in Canada, right? Taylor has been grounded with no supper. Straight to the workbench for you, my. Yeah, I've thought about trying to come up with an old windmill to kind of make it look a little rusty and you know, I think that'd be really neat. I've got the perfect spot for one if I can make one. I think a tiny display would be awesome. Tell me how, Connor. That would be amazing. A pickup. I don't know if we'll do it. We may have a crash, scene as a storyline at some point. I do have some stuff that would be good for that. Well, I thought I would take a minute here, and kind of self-promote. We've painted. We've been painting. How about that? My wife has been painting, if we're going to be honest. Yeah, that Pickneyville show sounds like it's going to be a nice little show, from what I can tell. Everybody seems to really like going there. Or at least last weekend, I was hearing really good things about it. So, working on kind of creating a garden. I'm not 100% sure how I'm going to do that just yet, and kind of what stage of gardening it will be. But yeah, I definitely want to have a garden. Does Dogtown have a dog house? We need a dog house. We have a dog. We should have a dog house for the dog. Yeah, that's a good call, Jay.
I was hoping he was an inside dog.
Oh, well, he could be an inside dog. Yeah, I guess.
Maybe not.
Yeah, Oh, you were the sugarcane farms. That thing was awesome. Yeah, okay. Oh, don't worry about shipping fast. I know how shipping goes. I don't get too worried about getting stuff quick. It's no big deal. But yeah, just whatever you want to do there, just let me know. So here is our hay feeder. So we've painted these up a couple colors. Now we still have to add the second color. We have to paint the boards, board color. That's a color, right? Wood. So anyway, my wife did a fantastic job of painting this up. This nice blue color. And so there's kind of the first sort of newer painted item. I don't know that I have the painted version of that on the website yet because we're painting the board before we do. Just FYI. Close to Greenville. Greenville. I'm not sure where Greenville is. And I assume it's south. Yeah, gee, I wonder who did design that. That could have been a Punky KN's animation situation. Yeah, well, but behind every man is a very talented and intelligent, hardworking woman. I mean, that's for sure. I certainly didn't get here by myself. You know that. You know me. I'm not capable. I'm the idea man. Actually, my wife's the idea man too. Son of a gun, this is more good. Here's our parts bin. Our parts bin painted up nice and yellow. Yellow. But it looks very shop. It looks very farm shop in yellow. Like I guarantee you, that's a color that we would have. That's the one my dad would probably buy.
And we have them in multiple everything's in multiple colors.
Yes, we're gonna do multiple colors of everything. Don't think you just got to get it in yellow.
Just pulled one of each.
Yeah, we just pulled out some stuff. Any shows in Wisconsin, Jay? Can you give us a hookup on Wisconsin? We know the Janesville show in December. We'll be there. Great show, by the way. You should, if it's within a reasonable drive, you should totally come to the Janesville show. It feels that way sometimes, Jax. It feels that way. It didn't used to be that way. but definitely feels that way. Let's see. So this was, I believe, our good friend Malachi designed this one for me. So check that out. We got wrenches and everything. And now seeing the detail on those wrenches, you'll see why my wife had to paint those, because my hands shake way too much to make that happen. So we got a couple different variations on that. And anyway, those are sweet. Here's our old, this is one of our best sellers, the old open top, bench top toolbox. It always turns out pretty nice, and everybody seems to like those a bunch. 45 minutes southeast of St. Louis is Greenville. Okay, gotcha. West of Vandalia. Okay, gotcha. Oh, we'll probably, I'll probably get those together tonight, Bean, I imagine. I mean, I've got a coon done, and you wanted that cockshut, right? I think, is that what you decided? But yeah, I think we're ready to probably ship that, I'd say. My boss, who was painting tile rolls for me today, interrupted her Netflixing. Oh, you can't have that. Can't have that. Litter box for a barn cat, also a good idea. I like that. Yeah, it'd be small, but it would work. We could do it. I can guarantee you. So here's our kind of our Husky cabinet, if you will. You know, doors open on the sides, or well, they don't open, but use your imagination, and they would open. Painted up. We have not put those on the website yet. We will soon. And then, so we've got a hanging version of that if you want one hanging up on your wall somewhere. We did that as well. And then we've got one just to sit on the floor, like so. And I actually get to take credit for those. I actually designed those. So, look at me doing something. Yes, but really delicately on that 40/20, and I really don't want to raise it. I don't want to break it on live TV. Green, okay, good. Okay, yep, no problem. We'll fish a cockshut out, and do we have a cab and not cab version of that? We may have an open station and a cab version. You got any preference there? Anyway, we're trading for the plow file. We're trading farm toys.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. It's my favorite thing, trading. No, that's the way to do it.
It's your favorite thing. I prefer cash. That's how you work.
So this is our long 3-drawer, by the way. Again, looks awesome. Even got the wheels painted, all that sort of thing. These are not ours, but we bought a bunch from JHR Farms, Jeremy Richards. He did these. Kim Totes. So we painted some up to get up on the website. It's a 40. Yeah, it's a 40/20. We got a couple AC units. These have been really popular. People love the AC units. So we've got a couple of those painted up. I think we painted those up 3 different colors, actually. We got like a silver, a gray, and then a Ford gray. So they look cool. Oh, got back from Tech Days and got some tractor goodies. Nice. I like to hear that. What'd you pick up? How was Tech Days? When you're trying to find a truck you want but can't. Yeah, I hear you there. Here's our soda machine. As you can see, kind of cool. Of course, you can paint those all sorts of colors as well. Let's see, what else we got? Oh, our big lift. So, 2-post lift for, heavy stuff when you're working underneath it. And then we've got our hydraulic press. Those are always cool. put a 1066 on the farm. There's really no place for a 1066. That's too small for this farm. Now we may have one, you know, in a shed somewhere as a classic. That's definitely doable. I do like some 1066. I'm going to have some classic tractors in a shed. Don't worry, there'll be some cool stuff. That orange is orange. Ooh. But yeah, it looks good. Just kind of orange. That's our shelf toolbox, I think is what we call that. Here's another JHR product. Probox. Looks nice. How many pallets are included on the pallet listing on the website?
What do you mean, like one? I mean, we just
I think
want one
I think it's one. I think.
One pack?
I don't know.
Like how many in a pack?
If you need more, Kyle, let me know. We'll come up with some. Oh, I actually don't have an anvil on a wood stump, but Kyle actually makes an anvil. So, and I have one of those in my shop from him. So that's kind of cool. Tech was good. Picked up a Rogator, nice, 4940, 4450, and Bearcat 2 co-op. Very cool. Very, very cool. You should make some barn find tractors. We'll probably have a couple, we'll probably have a couple in the needs restoration phase, I would say. And then I kind of maybe want to have one that's like stripped down to primer gray with maybe the hood off or something like that. I don't know. I've got some ideas anyway on that. You know, especially for like wintertime. Maybe the farm is gonna, restore tractors or something like that. Here's our professional toolbox, the big long one. It looks really great in this Ford gray, by the way. Oh, I'm on for another half hour. I'm here till 8. So, you know, settle in, hang out for a little bit, for sure. Will Dogtown have an auger or a grain leg? Because if there's an auger, you should use smaller tractors for brush hog and dragging for a should gravel. Yeah. So phase 3 of Dogtown will have a grain leg. So we're a ways off from the grain leg portion of this. Now there will be an auger. If you can barely see it, there is one grain bin back behind the sheds, and I will be running an auger on that. I kind of assumed my 4020 would run that auger. That's what we do at the real farm, but you know, maybe we could figure out something else too. Standard toolbox painted up in Ford gray. All right, well, thanks for stopping by. I need 2 things, a building and a 06 Chevy Cat Eye. I can't find, okay, yeah. Thinking about getting some, maybe hydraulic jack. One pallet is pretty steep price. Well, get the unpainted and paint them yourself. That's easy. That's an easy decision. You should make a small local tractor show. It would be cool to have a tractor show on the display at some point. Like people bring in their old classic tractors. I definitely would like to do that at some point. How much is the 8530 Authentic? I don't know, but they are not as astronomical as they were, but they're still not cheap. I think that's the answer. I actually don't know the exact price because I haven't seen too many of those up for sale recently. But, they were way up there for a while. But then I think some dealers started unloading some that they were sitting on. And then, so the price kind of came down some on them, but I don't remember even what the last one I saw was. But I would say if you want one, just save your money and get one now, because I doubt they're going to come down too terribly much more. Those are still pretty sought after, so. A flooded county or something. It might be kind of interesting. Be unique for sure. There's always a Steiger hiding behind the trees there, Jay. Always. Are we looking? I guess we must be looking at the 9190. I'm trying to look and see what you're seeing. So technically not a Steiger. Well, technically a Steiger. So this is a 9190. And so I know, Jay, you're familiar with this, but if you guys aren't, this started life as a Steiger Tiger. And then what I did is I cut the hood and the engine and the cab off. Then I replaced the engine with the correct Cummins motor in here, and of course rebuilt all of my intake, exhaust, etc., etc. And then I put the correct size cab on here, because when Ertl did these, they put the wrong cab on. They just did, just fact of life. Put the more realistic hitch on back here. I don't know how well that's showing up or not. And then I topped it off with some 710 tires from Adam Sunken. It is dusty right now. I have to get some air and blow that off. But that's definitely one of my all-time favorite builds for sure. Thanks, Jay. I appreciate that. Yeah, you know the kind of work that goes into something like that. All of my cutting on those I do with a jeweler's saw. It takes forever. I could do it with a Dremel, but the Dremel, takes a big slice and tends to, I don't know, make for more body work in the long run. So I usually use a jeweler's saw so that it's super clean when I'm done with it. Yeah, you might look at the website. I just don't know off the top of my head there. Yeah, a couple hours here, a couple hours there. That's basically what it boils down to. A few jeweler blade saws here, a few jeweler blade saw blades there. I definitely go through some. They seem to break fairly regularly on me. I always kind of look at that thing and wonder what I could do to kind of take it to the next level yet, but I think I might just leave that one alone. I just like it. It's just going to stay in my shed. I really don't have a place for it on the model farm, but I don't want it to be anywhere but the model farm either. Just because, I don't know, just probably one of my favorite tractors I built. Get an XY plate for your drill press. Makes it so much easier to have a mini drill. Yeah, I have to look into that. I actually found a big one, but I have one of those smaller drill. I have like I don't want to call it a mini drill press, but it's like a benchtop drill press. And so the big XY plate I have does not work on that thing, even close to working. So if there's a smaller version of that, I need to find it, because that would work well for me, and I would love to have something like that for sure. What shows do we have coming up? Quincy, Illinois in mid-September. It's a FFA show. It's at their high school in the gym. Really looking forward to it. It's a 2-day show, and anyway, I'll get more information as we get it. So that's kind of where I'm. That's my next show anyway. After that, probably Bloomington, right?
Nationals.
Bloomington Nationals, yeah, Nationals, Bloomington, Janesville, and that's probably it for us for the year. Do I have a co-op tractor? I have that co-op Steiger that you picked up. I have one of those for sure. I do still have that McRell 9R, indeed. Here's one of our workbenches painted up. This is the slim version. Looks cool in blue. Let's see what we got here. One of our, I don't know, red is, I think red is my favorite toolbox color. Boy, that looks good. But, I don't know, maybe that's just because we have it at the farm, I guess. And then here's another one of Malachi's toolboxes, so big thanks to him for those. Those look awesome. Closest show to Central PA. I don't off the top of my head, Beam, but I can do some investigating. Oh, the third style fence. Awesome. That's great. There, Kyle, that's awesome. Ground to the top of the foam is waist high. I don't know, 3 foot roughly. 32 here. Hang on a second. We'll measure it. We'll get it exact for you. $43. It is 43 to the top of the foam. I like that height because it's a good height for me to sit on a stool that I have and kind of work on things. And then it's also not so tall that if I need to reach out over, I can reach well past half the display and still work. So that's nice. And then of course it's on rollers, so it will pull out if I need to get to the other side too. So been 7 years since you went to National. Are you bringing a display, Chris, or are you just coming? Just curious. And, you know, if you don't want to let the cat out of the bag, you don't have to tell me either. Dogtown should have a camper. That would be cool. I would just like a really small pull-behind camper. Nothing big and fancy. But that would be cool. Lafayette show. That's always a great show. That's one of our favorites for sure. Always have a great time over at Lafayette. Bought you a Holstein last week. Nice. All right, Jay. Catch you later, man. Good talking to you. I'll chat with you a little bit about some stuff later. Yeah, no problem. You know, glad to help out with the height there. Like I said, that 42, 43 range seems really good. You know, you get too much lower than that, and if you're standing, you're kind of hunched over working, and I think that gets old, especially when you're doing like really tedious stuff. You know, putting down trees or static grass or gravel or whatever. You can kind of be bent over too much, I think. So it's always nice to kind of be in a comfortable position. My last display was a little shorter for sure. I think it was right at 36, and it was fine. But I at times definitely felt like it was a little bit too low. Of course, it depends on how tall you are too. Oh, that's an interesting idea, Bean. Really interesting idea. Six three, yeah. So I think 42 or 43 is probably going to be where you're going to want to be for sure. Yeah. So I'm 6'1", just FYI. So you know we're in the same neighborhood. I'm sure you've got a little bit more reach on me for sure. So yeah, I don't know. I think that'd be a good height to put a display. When is that, Reed? When is that show? We always love Wisconsin. Can I give you a flyover of the main farm? I can give you a flyover of most of the main farm. Does that count? Ah, that's understandable, Chris. But yeah, at least if you get to go, that'll be awesome. I will definitely have a kayak in the river for sure. I also, when I get my bridge built, which it's a ways off if I'm honest, but when I get my bridge built, I also want to have some people fishing off of that bridge, just for a little extra, you know, liveliness going on the farm, I think. It'd be cool. Still waiting for. We'll get out to PA one of these days. I'm sure we will. We got a couple more items to plow through, and then I'll do the flyover for you guys. You can see my super messy farm toy display right now because I'm actually planting. I've been experimenting on where to put some of the plants and things that I bought, and you know, because you got to test things out before you do it. So anyway, there's our wide workbench in red. That turned out nice. 2 bolt bins. This has been a huge seller. The bolt bins. There they are in black. And then here's a rolling cart. I think this has got huge potential too. I like it a lot. Water troughs. This is a 4-foot version. Debating on if I need to do a bigger version as well. But we'll see how the 4-foot version goes before I put too much printing effort into that. Palette that Kyle's talking about. Palette. And then car ramps. Here's a shop fan that Kyle designed for me. Check this thing out. It's not glued together yet, but check that out. So 3 pieces is what you get. Painted up, looks awesome. Here's our cooler, totally not based off of Yeti at all, for sure. Unless Yeti wants to like sponsor me or something, then we'll totally base it off of a Yeti at that point. Get a lid. But yeah, it's totally not based off of any certain brand of cooler. Bin fans, you know, for dryer bins. This has been a fairly popular item too. Lights for your shop, so you know you can hang those from the rafter of your shop. And then last, possibly least, I was going to say certainly not least, but possibly least, and this is another Kyle creation. Fire extinguisher. I don't even know if you can. That detail is going to show up. Incredible detail on these little guys. Anyway, there you go. Fun stuff. So, this weekend, starting this weekend, we'll probably do it like, we'll probably start at like Friday at midnight. So Saturday morning, midnight, whatever. We'll run a 10% off sale on everything on the website. We're going to get more stuff uploaded to the website between now and then. And we're going to run that sale for a week. Now, here's the catch with the sale. Whatever you buy during that week is going to ship the following week because we're going to be gone. We're taking off for a week. Little business, little pleasure. Hopefully some relaxation. Some much needed relaxation. And we haven't actually ever been anywhere together that wasn't a farm toy show, my wife and I. So this will be our first actual trip together. So yeah, I was gonna say Chris Shirley has his 875s. You know, I've got some 875 sort of printed, but I've got to sort out a couple of the weird details on them. So maybe I'll get that done one day. When's the sale? This starts this weekend. Everett runs for an entire week. 80s camper for I'm not into an 80s camper. I don't think. See did I upload the puck video? I think I uploaded the entire video. I boxed up all the puck stuff because it takes up a lot of room that I don't have. So anyway. Price for an 875 13 shade. Let me get back to you whenever I figure out what's going on there with those prints, because they're not going to be that expensive. They're definitely not going to be like the $300 things that everybody, or I saw one for $500 at a show once. They're definitely not going to be anywhere in that ballpark. You know, I like to keep my implements pretty reasonably priced. I'm not saying we don't end up with some $100 plus implements, but I can't imagine this 875 is going to end up being $100 plus bucks. Like, I'd just be absolutely shocked if it were anywhere close to that. And that's I'm not trying to compete with anybody else making 875s, although if we're honest, nobody really is building and selling them. You know, so I'm not trying to do anything like that. I'm not trying to step on anybody's toes, but there's a market for that super high end, everything is in the exact place and it's so fragile you don't want to handle it market. And those are, you know, like a fortune, and that's great. That's awesome. Certainly have a few of those pieces myself, but there's also a market for this thing looks really cool, and I'm not afraid to touch it because I didn't pay a week's salary to buy it. Market, and that's kind of what I'm trying to do with the 875. So, and yeah, it's going to be a 13 shank model. So, yeah, like I said, give me a little time to sort that out though. It's just going to take. I've got the frame around here somewhere, maybe. I don't know. I'll have to find it. I'll have to dig it up, and I'll shoot you a picture if I can find it. Ah, Flying Pig Farms and toys. It's going. It's going all right. It's Tuesday. It feels like Monday, but it feels like it should be Friday because this week has already been long. But that's okay. That's the way it goes some weeks, right? Connor, there's a couple pieces on the main frame of that Ripper that I just can't get to print correctly. I don't know what the deal is. So yeah, maybe. How's the farmhouse? Sort of here. It's together-ish. Like I said, I've got to do some reworking. The problem is there are only so many hours in a day. And so what I'm trying to do, because the printer is kind of got to be running full steam printing things right now for shows and other people. So I'm kind of not reprinting my windows just yet. I've got to kind of resize those. That's kind of the next step, but. Yeah, pit bike would be cool. Yeah, I've almost pulled the trigger on one of those expensive 875s. I don't know how many times, and I just can't do it. Like, I just wish I could. I can't. And it's just one of those things where I'm like, okay, I've just got to make myself one that's not super duper expensive. And like I said, I don't know if it will be, to that insane standard that the one that out there it is, but it's gonna look really good. I know that for sure. It's gonna look good enough. I will gladly put it on my display. How about that? All right, just gonna move a couple tractors that don't make any sense as where they're at. Although I'll be honest, nothing makes sense on my display right now, so it doesn't really matter, I guess. That's the only downside to doing a YouTube channel, is that you can't have that like surprise moment when you show off your display, because you guys always see the progress even when it is slow. Have you thought about having your wife run the printer and do the print?
I do. I already do it.
So, about the day after school ended this year,
Literally.
my wife came downstairs because we had gotten a huge order from Josh, actually. We both know Josh. Anyway, I'm like, he wanted it by summer show. So, the only way that was going to happen is if my wife got involved, because obviously, I'm not a school teacher, so I work during the summer. Actually, that's when I work the most. So we kind of have this weird alternating schedule. Like, I'm kind of not working so much in the winter when she's super duper busy, and she's still busy with school crap during the summer, but she's able to run down here and do some printing stuff. So yeah, she's been running the printer. Yeah, she's awesome. I agree, Jay. There's a reason. There's a reason. She's a keeper. There's a reason I put a ring on it.
People need to stay in their lanes.
I mean, the 164 scale cat paver would fit right in there with you, Kyle. Yeah, I definitely think it will be good enough to stick in the field. So, all right, let's do, because it's 7:54 and we're gonna end this thing right around 8.
Yeah, this is your official
5-minute warning. The wifey says, because I've got work to do. Got some orders to pack up and all that fun stuff. So Anyway, let's do a quick flyover. So, not a ton has changed here, except for obviously I just added all this stuff that I bought today. Obviously won't be there in the long run. I've been experimenting with how much grass I want on this trail. I started adding a couple wildflowers. I don't know if you can see those very well, but it turns out I don't care for that there at all. So, I've got to figure out what to do with this sort of underbrush, shrubby, scrubby area here. That's kind of one of the big things that's kind of keeping, progress. So here's where the house is going to go. I'm going to build planter boxes around the flowers here, and then mulch so that those look, obviously finished and not just like I stuck some woodland scenic stuff in the ground, which is what I did right now. Now here's how the house is looking so far. In case you haven't really got a close up, the front porch is going to be good. It will have an overhang. I've got posts. I think I did 4 posts across, and then a little roof there. And then, of course, we'll have, roofs here as well. This is not a permanent thing. This is just, we're going to figure out where to put that. I didn't realize it was actually attached. So if it's going to go on this part of the display, I'm going to have to cut down, which is kind of be a pain. But, and then there's another piece just like that somewhere, and I have no idea where it is. Anyway, there's the big Lexion, as you can see. I did put a mailbox here, but I think it's ultimately going to go at the end of the lane down by the highway. Yeah. I mean, that's kind of silliness right there. But it will ultimately go at the end of the lane. And then you can see the shed and trucks and fuel tanks. Those fuel tanks will eventually get swapped out for my own fuel tanks that we make that are on our website. But I have to get enough ahead to actually be able to do that. So, and then you can kind of see in the chaos that is the shop right now. Obviously, a lot of those will be swapped out for our tool boxes and things like that. But you can see I've kind of started trying to detail some of the tables and things of that nature. You can see, well, my darn parts bin fell. But I actually put like oil jugs and things like that, which we also are kind of making now, onto different benches and things like that. So that's kind of my next endeavor, I think, in the shop, and that's something I can get to pretty much right away because the shop is pretty well ready to go as far as detailing it out. I just got to get like the car show that's going on over there, not there anymore. So. Yeah, kayak would be awesome there, Bean. Have a good one, Kyle. Talk to you later. Want to send over that 875 file? Yeah. Yep. Let me see what I can do there tonight, Connor. Once we kind of get settled in and get all of our packing done, we'll do that for sure. So, anyway, guys. Well, I guess 7:57. Anybody got any more questions here for the last 3 minutes? Anything? How to do something? Etc., etc., etc. Maybe a small graveyard with every salesman who came to Dogtown. I actually want to do some an old cemetery somewhere. I think that would be kind of cool. So I'm working on it. The ideas are percolating on it anyway. Yeah, we're gonna finish it. We gotta find the rest of those Fall Guy trucks and see how many, because he might want them all.
I don't know what a Fall Guy truck is, but okay.
Gotta feed calves. All right, well, have fun doing that. Be careful, of course. No, we'll get them for. We'll get. We're going through all of our in the box inventory, and then hopefully the idea is I was shooting for tomorrow, but it's not going to happen tomorrow. Hopefully by the end of the week, all that stuff is on the website. But we'll pull off some of those Fall Guys for you, if however many we got. I don't know who is building sheds right now. Sorry, I just don't off the top of my head. Not me for sure. I have no ability whatsoever to build sheds. So I had Nate at Nate's Farm Toys build mine. So Oh, thanks for coming, Connor. Always appreciate it, man. I'll chat with y'all later, hopefully, if we get a chance. Why is it named Dogtown? That's a great that's a great question there. So back where the house I grew up in was in a is kind of on the edge of town, and it was a part of town that my grandpa said was always called Dogtown. No idea why, to be honest with you. But anyway, so I thought, well, what the heck? Maybe my model farm should be called Dogtown Farm. So it's basically just because the house I grew up in was in a part of town called Dogtown. So you need to ask. I'm right here. Ask away. Ask away. Or are we just gonna wait until you get every letter capitalized one by one? Hey, Dodge Boy, how's it going? Did you fall asleep on me, Jax? You can always, you can always message me too, or, talk to. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Well, oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's interesting. That's really interesting. I don't see it. I don't see it. Yes, I am.
He is.
But I still don't see it. I'm trying to find it. Ask again. Is it code? Is it like a secret code or something? Okay. I don't know what that means. Who makes good wheels and tires for a John Deere 4620? Oh. I would guess you'd probably have to go with Chucky to get something specifically for the kind of that new generation of John Deere. But I'm trying to think. Yeah, he would have. Yeah, he's got the I guess what I call them are like the four-holers or whatever. So yeah. Hey, there's nothing wrong with needing another John Deere, Everett. Nothing wrong with that at all. You can never have too many tractors. That's just all there is to it. All right. Well, it's 8:02. I got plenty of work to do, so I guess I better head out, guys. So, trying to make a replica of the first John Deere tractor the fiance sat on when she came. Oh, interesting. Interesting. Yeah, so probably Chucky's your best bet there. Read this message.
Oh my God.
Oh, Jax, somebody had too much sugar today or something.
I don't know.
Well, paragraph. Oh, man. I think a 92 Crew Cab Ford would be cool. That'd be really neat. Okay, gotta go. Wacky says I gotta go. I got work to do. So, I'll catch y'all later. I'll be around to chat on Discord later. Have yourselves an awesome day. Happy tractor hunting.